in the U1 is firing up, and they are away from the cockpit. Andrew Tate just turned up his engine, and they are away. So you've got 300 lanes making their way over to the field.
Thank you very much, Paul Doody. We can see them now coming away and coming on over here toward us on the start-finish line. Been a long time coming, but it is here. H1 Unlimited Hydroplane Racing returns to Guntersville, Alabama. 2.5-mile race course. We're going to go 3 times around. We'll keep you counting down on the timing to the start. At the 1-minute mark, you expect to see the roads down toward the lower end of the race course, or maybe halfway up the backstretch, maybe going slow. That's where those timing marks will come into play. They have radio spotters here on the beach that will tell the driver where the other drivers are on the race course, so they are not flying blind. First boat over here is Jimmy Shane, driving the Home Street Blue. This Home Street boat is based out of Madison, Indiana. 49 years ago, the Miss Madison raced on this lake. This is the very same racing team on this much different boat. We have a Miss Madison racing team here. 4:30, coming up on 4:32 or so. Here comes Jimmy Shane, coming up on when he comes by. He made here, but let everybody know if you're waiting for Jay Shane. Here he comes. Jimmy Shane, the season about to get underway. Right behind him from Gadsden, Alabama, Charlie Williams.
Away from the other two, Andrew Tate. You saw Andrew Tate and Jimmy Shane go at it in qualifying yesterday. Well, that was for 100 points. Now it's for 400 points. Radio men are telling Jimmy Shane exactly where Andrew Tate is, and vice versa, and Cal Phipps. Cal is going to be in the mix on this. But now's when we want to start watching our watches a little bit. 3:35.
We're back with the
3:30 until our starts.
2 and 217 will be good.
Okay, just keep it at 80. You got to be down the other end at 217.
Cal's entering turn 2 behind you now.
3:20 until the start. Andrew at the bottom end of the race course. Jay Shane at the top end, along with Cal Phipps. I know I refer to him a lot as Calvin. That's just familiarity and knowing him for many, many years. Jimmy Shane, young man out of Havre de Grace, Maryland, now hails from the Pacific Northwest.
Right now, we might be on that GP cut right when we need to be. Looks like Andrew's going to have to go all the way down and around.
Cini, that is Bianca Shane's brother. Here's Calvin. I love the color scheme, that bright orange on the decking right above the
GP turn 2 entrance buoy is 203. We've got 30 seconds to get there.
Andrew has not gone any faster than he's going right now since he came out of the pit area.
Tate entering turn 2. Jimmy's right there in front of you.
So now let's start to watch how this plays out. 2:20 until the start. Keep an eye on Jimmy Shane. I don't think
Where are they at? Still up the backstretch.
he could conceivably cut the course
Up, picking it up.
and get in front of Andrew. I'm not sure that's what he would want to do. And here he comes.
Jimmy's coming across at you. Jimmy's coming at you.
And say, Andrew, here I am. And you were just kind of milling around by yourself, but now look at Andrew. Now he picks up the speed just a little bit. This is the game of cat and mouse. And he had a legal overlap, so he moved over to the left and made Shane move to the outside of him. Still a long way to go at 1:40. Here comes Cal. He's going to come up on the outside of these two guys.
Entrance to 1 at 124.
All right, inside 120. Good spacing down there on a 2.5-mile course. You do not want to be into that corner at 130. You're going to have a hard time staying above 80 miles an hour in that point of the course. All right, 3 of them are coming up the backstretch. Got to watch Cal, see if he might make a move from the outside. We're coming up on 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 mark, 1 minute. 1 minute to the start. clearly Andrew Tate sitting in lane number 1.
Scrub just a little bit. Make sure you keep the light off.
They square up, but I think Jimmy Shane is sitting in lane number 2. That's going to put Calvin on the outside, coming up 46 seconds until the start. 46 until the start. Tate in 1. Shortest way around the race course, but don't be late. Don't be late, coming up on 30 seconds. 30 seconds to the start. This is where those timing marks now are critical. Remember this morning when the boats crawled up there? This is why they did it. Now they've got their radio men telling them, okay, there's your mark there, hit it, go, bring it down. We're at 16 seconds. It is Tate in 1, Shane in 2, Phipps in 3.
10. Jimmy's on it. Just stay with him, just stay with him.
Clock coming up on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark, and I think it's legal. We'll get an official from the officials, but I think it was legal. Shane broke the clock. He got down across the line first, but Tate's on the inside of him with a lot of boat speed. Who's going to come off down there, number 1? It is Home Street Blue on the outside, Jimmy Shane. Now we're going to square it off and run down the backstretch. Tate on the inside, got the shorter way around, but look at Jimmy Shane. He's actually opened up a little bit of water on Andrew, and Cal Phipps is making some noise on the outside in 3rd. Shane, top end of the race course. Now, watch Jimmy Shane. He's going to
keep after it. You got 3 laps. Keep after it.
Tate in tight to the buoys.
Boat length, let's go. Get out of here. Hold them tight.
Slides out to 2. There's room in there for Tate. Good legal quarter for Jimmy. And he's going to come down and put 1 in the book. A good start to Heat 1A. Jimmy Shane, Home Street, got about 2/3 of a rooster tail now over Tater on the inside. 3rd place to Cal Phipps in the 27. We go down to the lower corner here on lap 2 of 3 in our Heat 1A, presented by Clay Irrigation and HBT Smokers. Ooh, Tate made up some ground down there in the corner. Tate pulled up a little bit of ground. He was back by 6-7 boat lengths. He got it back to maybe 4 or 5. But there's some shoot speed in that Home Street Blue. He is really running. Shane's got his hands full, and Tate does not want to let him go. I said Tate had put a big bullseye on his back. He wants that national high point. He does not want to give 100 points to him right here. That's the difference between 1st and 2nd, and they are worth fighting for. Look at Shane. Gives him plenty of room. Plenty of room there. He didn't even have to give him that much. But that's Jimmy Shane keeping his boat going. He will come down and complete lap number 2. Looking for a white flag. Still got the green hanging. So you got Shane on the outside, but Tate is making
He's getting light. Just make sure you settle it down before you turn the wheel.
It's going to have to happen down here in this corner.
Light, dig hard, dig hard, dig hard. 2 boat lengths.
This is the final. Oh, and look at Andrew. Now Andrew's back about 2 boat lengths.
He's losing his boat ride. Keep after him.
Got something up your sleeve. Better get it out and go now. Radio guys are telling him Shane is out by about 3 boat lengths. This is going to be close. Andrew does not want to lose this one. He's flying the left sponson a little bit, but still getting the boat back down on the water. The 2 fastest race boats in the world right here. Top end of the course, the 3rd of 3 times around the course. Shane outside, going to hold him tight, leaves him plenty of room. Now it's acceleration to the checkered flag. Going to be Andrew, going to be Jimmy, going to be close, going to be Jimmy Shane is going to bring it down. 1st place, Home Street Bank, right with him.
Checker, great freaking heat, great start, man. You just wasted it.
Andrew Tate was a gamer. He did not want to let that one go. Oh my goodness. That was fun. Here comes Cal Phipps. 225 points for a 3rd place finish. A great run.
There you had it.
We're getting an initial thumbs up from the referees that everything was clean, just the way we like to have it go. Well, that'll change.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm late here to not give you a good count. I want 3:45 to the start. Let's start this over again. 3:30 to our start. Ryan Perkins comes across the finish in the 29. Dale Strong presents a lead west. Good to see Tom Thompson out here on the U11. History.
Looks good. It's down on the water. You can free it up a little bit. Everything looks fine.
That's going to leave. That's good.
Eccles at the top end of the race course. So 3:10 till our start. Here comes Dustin, qualified at a speed of 140 yesterday. Coming up on 2:45 to the start. Three drivers out here who all know each other very, very well. Going to be Brian Perkins, going to come down here at 2:30 to the start, driving a U21. Daryl Strong presents Payne West Insurance, but also got Jax on the tail on the outside. Here comes Tom Thompson out of Cambridge, Maryland. Really, really good to see this boat back on the water. I was worried about them. They tested in Tri-Cities 2 weeks ago. They had a vibration problem with the boat, had to abort the test session. The exact same thing happened yesterday during qualifying, and we hope they've got this whole thing figured out. But here comes Tom. Now watch Tom, he's going to stay way wide on the race course. I suspect he's going to go all the way down to the corner because he's at a $1:48 right now. He would like to be behind the entrance pin at the buoy down there by 1:30, and he's going to be fine doing that. Here come the boats up behind him, but Tom may go wide down there. He's there at he's there just about 1:30. But understand, my timing marks are my timing marks. They are not his. And it is a further distance from the entrance pin to that corner than it is on some of our, or from the entrance pin to that corner to the start-finish line, because the start-finish line is so far down the front straightaway. But Tom Thompson has moved himself to the inside lane. 3 seconds, 2, 1, mark, 1 minute. White flag on the race course, so Tom Thompson in the U11. He will lead our field up the backstretch. Down to our start. Seconds. Inside 25 seconds to our Heat 1B of the 2018 Lake Guntersville Hydro Fest. This heat brought to you by the Lake Guntersville Chamber of Commerce. Heat 1B inside 10 seconds, coming up at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark, gonna be a legal start. Good start there for Mr. Perkins. He's on the outside. I said you don't want to be late if you're gonna be in lane 1. You can get wet down there. Tom's got to make up a little bit of ground. Hopefully they'll give him enough room through there, and he's gonna come through dry. Tom's gonna be okay on the inside, but he's trailing. Oh! Tom got the boat way.
I don't know, Tommy. It looked like he went through your rooster tail. I hope you didn't squeeze him.
Speed down there, he almost went over. That's about as close as you can put one up in the air and bring it back down and land it. Meanwhile, Mr. Perkins has taken off. He is up the backstretch. He's opened up a lot of water on Dustin Eccles, our second place boat. Good to see Tom back up and running. Now you understand why you do not want to get in the way of somebody's rooster tail. You've got enough lift on that boat without adding somebody's rooster tail. Oops, oops.
Dustin just went dead in the corner. He's way to the outside.
Wow, that does not look good for the 440 up there in Dustin Eccles. I don't know if you were able to pick up that ugly sound when he came off the corner. As bad as it is going for Mr. Thompson and for Dustin Eccles, it is all good for Brian Perkins, the young man out of North Bend, Washington. His entire family is here. Darrell Strong presents Payne West Insurance. So here comes Perkins. He will come down and pick up a white flag as he'll put 2 in the books with 1 to go. Tom Thompson appears everything is going to be okay with him after a wild ride down there in turn 1. You do not want to be late going into turn 1. Tom had the right lane, but he was tardy at the start. He paid a price climbing through the rooster tail. But it looks like Tom's got the boat sorted out, flying it a little bit back and forth, walking on the sponsons. And all he's got to do now is just sort the boat out. There's not going to be a position change here, so Tom is just going to run the boat hard, sort it out, so he can come back and tell his crew and his owner what's good, what's bad, what he wants fixed for the next heat. So this is very important laps, not only the fact that he is going to pick up by virtue of Dustin Eccles dropping out, he's going to pick up a second place finish, Tom Thompson, and 300 points. But in our Guntersville Lake Chamber of Commerce Heat 1B, it is going to be young Brian Perkins. Couldn't get out on the water yesterday and qualify. He came out and ran this morning. Seems to be running pretty good right now. Brian Perkins, first place finish, 400 points. Walks the sponsons across the start-finish line. Second place is going to go to the young man out of Cambridge, Maryland. He had the E-ticket, wild ride in turn 1, got the boat way up in the air. Your concern is sometimes
of our boats headed our way. Again, boat number 27, Cal Phipps, got a second place finish in his first heat of the day. That was heat 1A. Boat 21, Darrell Strong presents Payne West Insurance, another predominantly white boat with a lot of green on the decking. So you've got the Greater Gadsden presents Chase Building Group with Cal Phipps. That's the one from Gadsden, just up the creek here. Cal Phipps behind the wheels. White boat with orange decking toward the front. The 21, Darrell Strong presents Payne West Insurance with James Restaurant on the tail fin. Brian Perkins, green decking with the checkered fairings, black and white checkered fairings. And then the 9, Delta Reel Track, Andrew Tate. His boat predominantly white with orange and yellow trim. Those are the 3 boats. They are up at the top end of the course. We'll call them out as they come down. They felt that wind now a little bit, but they really haven't run straight into it because they're coming across here at a bit of an angle. But we're looking at 4 minutes and 20 seconds to the start, 4:20, so still got some time.
He's going to suck it inside of you. He's at the exit pin now. He's coming up on your inside.
Back there with the green on the deck. He comes by, and here comes our other 2 boats. That is going to be Andrew Tate on the inside. Cal Phipps is closest to you with the orange splash on the sponsons there. Phipps, Perkins, Tate. Heat 2B presented by Redstone Federal Credit Union. Again, the madness that we are going through here as we see a boat cut across the race course. That's Cal Phipps. That's why he was slowing down a little bit there with Andrew Tate, who was inside, and he wanted to let Tate go by, and then he can make a left-hand turn. That's a legal move. He can cut from front to back down at the lower end of the race course. He can cut from back to front at the top end of the race course. Coming up on 3:20 until the start. Again, madness we're doing. And here he comes again. Here comes Cal. He's giving a perfect example of how you can cut this course legally. Back to front, as he's doing right now. Up at the top end of the course, and then he can go down the lower end. If he wants to do it again, he can cut the course again. So the madness we're doing in the preliminary heats.
Right now, everybody's coming down. Perkins is at the start-finish line. I would look for him to possibly cut.
Can't win unless you're there. Perkins comes across.
Yep, he's cut. He's cut.
Here comes Andrew. Top qualifier, 158 miles an hour. It's 157 and change. But about 58 yesterday.
Cutting right behind Cal. Okay, let me know before you do that.
His first heat of the day. So he's looking good, and he'd like to pick up another 400 points right here. Coming up on 2:20, 2 minutes and 20 seconds to the start. Again, the idea here, put your boat at the start-finish line in clean water. And by that I mean not trailing close to somebody or not having a narrow lane, having some good clean water to run on, and have your boat at
Andrew's right up alongside you.
the clock ticks to 0. 2 minutes. 2 minutes to the start. Heat 2A. Redstone Federal Credit Union Heat 2A. Well, we got all of our boats up at the top end of the course. I told you we were inside 10 seconds of the start. It looked like we were going to get this party started, but we still got 140. 140 to the start. And they'll come slowly down here. They've all run into that breeze, so they know what to expect. Here comes Calvin. He's going to lead them across. Tate is on the outside right now and not running very hard. I don't think Andrew would cut the course there. No, he's going to go all the way down. 115. 115 to the start. Andrew Tate get up to 110. 110 to our start. 1 minute. 1 minute to the start. Now the going slowly up the backstretch. Here comes Andrew. Now, where's Andrew going to pick it? All right. There has been a warning issued to the 27. That's the boat that's out front. Remember that other piece to the puzzle? You cannot go below 80 miles an hour. If you do, you get a warning, and you only get one of those. If you get another one, you can get disqualified. So they radioed to him and told him to pick it up again. So all three boats are going to go up there. You've got Perkins and Phipps leading the pack. You've got Tate going to be on the outside. This is a little timing march now. Andrew's going to have to do this from the outside lane. Redstone Federal Credit Union Heat 2A. All three of our boats come off the corner, and we are 10 seconds away from the start. This is going to be a beauty as we come down with 5, 4, 3, 2. Mark, good looking start. Perkins will take the truck on the inside. Perkins will lead him across the line. In the middle is Cal Phipps, and then on the outside is Andrew Tate. They got to go down there and set up for the corner. Who's going to get down there first? It's going to be Perkins on the inside.
There you go. There you go. You're pulling Perkins. Give him a lane. Let's go. Let's roll.
On the inside. And then look at Phipps between boats. Tate on the far outside. Driving a bigger race course. Careful, guys. You're running into that breeze. Be careful. They feel that they got to dial the wing in and look at Tate. He's opened up about 4 or 5 boat lengths on Phipps. But Phipps is sitting on the inside of Tate. And then you've got Perkins back there. Drop back about 6 boat lengths behind Phipps. Now Phipps is going to make up some ground on the inside. There's that short way around the race course. Got to leave room for Perkins. They did. Good looking corner up there from all three of our boats. They'll come down and put one in the boat. Remember, we go 3 times around this 2.5-mile race course. Andrew Tate will pick up the first lead on the end of lap number 1. Calvin on the inside. Doesn't want to let him go. This is a perfect opportunity for Cal Phipps to measure himself against Andrew Tate. He doesn't have to win this heat. He just wants to make sure he scores good points. But look at Cal hanging right with him as they get to the exit pin. There's your boat from Gadsden, making up ground on Tater. Up the backstretch now. Tate shows some of that shoot speed. Look at him go. Starts to walk away from Phipps. Phipps is able to get through the corner quickly. But then when they start to accelerate off the corner, it is all Andrew Tate. Tate's now got pretty much a rooster tail on Phipps. inside. Coming down to put 2 in the books. That's 2 out of 3. White flag. One more to go for Andrew. This radio guy's telling him where Fix is now, that he's stepped to the outside, and he doesn't have to worry about him on the inside. Andrew can go through the lower corner any line he wants. Here comes Perkins. He had the great start on the inside, but those other 2 boats moved away from him when they came out of the first turn on lap number 1. It's lap number 3. It's Andrew Tate. He's got to run just a little bit more than a half a lap here, and he'll bring it back. He lifted up the right spots, and there a couple of times. Keep it on the water. Andrew got a big lead. Checkered flag awaiting him. After he goes through the upper corner, he will come down, head northward, and pick up his second heat victory of the day. Andrew Tate, right on AU9, the Delta Rail track. He's just hoping now he doesn't fall in a hole. His radio guy is telling him where he thinks the best water is. Andrew Tate is going to come down and take 400 points in the first place finish in the Redstone Federal Credit Union Heat 2A. Andrew Tate will take it. So will Cal Phipps. Trust me, Cal ran with him for a while. He measured himself against him. He knows where he stands versus Andrew. And once the shouting was over, he let him go, pulled his foot, saved the equipment. Here comes Brian Perkins. Darryl Strong presents Painless. Yeah, we got him up and running now. He is going across speed. Meanwhile, Jimmy. Go ahead. Jimmy Shane heads up toward the top end of the course. 3 minutes and 15 seconds. 3:15 until the start. Here comes Tom. He's going to come over. Everything's going to be good for him. Unfortunately, we've only got a couple of boats in this heat. So we certainly do not have quantity. We've got 2 of our very fastest race boats in the world. One can argue maybe this blue one coming down might be as fast as any when it comes to closed course racing. Jimmy's just been taking it pretty easy.
Top exit turn 2, you're clear.
Do that, but he's got plenty of time. He'll do it. We're coming up on 2:30. 2:30 to the start. You can hear those spots and slapping on the water. And he is going to cut the race course. So he jumps over to the backside of the race course, and now when Jimmy Shane comes up the back stretch, his radio man tells him, well, Tom cut the course from front to back. And that's who you see right in front of you. So now let's see what Jay Shane does. There he is on the course. Jimmy, if you really want to be inside, you can cut across there. I think he's got time to time it right, but he's not. He's going to go all the way up to the top end. So we might not find any shenanigans in this one. This might be a case of Jimmy.
There's a rooster tail behind you. 2, you're outside. Pick lane 2, and you're fine. You're a minute 40.
When they attempt to try and drive around him on the outside. Here comes Shane on the outside. He is in the blue boat. The yellow and Carnival orange boat belongs to Tom Thompson Reliable. Diamond 2 presents Miss J&D's. Good photo out there of a couple of our brightly colored race boats. It is Heat 2B, sponsored by your local State Farm agent. It is the 2018 Lake Guntersville Hydrofest and the race for the Southern Cup. Coming up on 1 minute mark in 5 seconds. Mark, 1 minute. 1 minute.
Yeah, after exit going to 109, you are 55, looking good on time.
They will match together. They will come off the corner together. They will run down to start finish. And we will be underway in Heat 2B. Thanks to your locals.
Yeah, it's probably 20 in your face right now, the wind, so be careful. Coming up on 35.
Thompson and Jimmy Shane. Here's a couple of guys. We talk about everybody. We talk about everybody being here from the Pacific Northwest and the Seattle area, and a lot of the boats and drivers are from there. Not these 2 guys. Jimmy Shane's from Havana Grace, Maryland, and Cambridge, Maryland is where Tom Thompson hails. Coming up on 12 seconds, so these guys are going to be plenty legal. We're inside 10 now. They'll will start the run down to the start. We are 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark, certainly a legal start. Tom Thompson's going to break the clock on the inside. Thompson driving boat number 11, Reliable Diamond Tools. And we are racing here in Heat 2B, sponsored by your local State Farm agent down to turn number 1. Two-boat race, but we got a couple of good ones. Tom Thompson's going to get down there first. Shane's on the outside. Jimmy wants 400 points. Oh, there's the blue nose. Now he's right there alongside him. They can look out the windows and see.
Watch light.
The backstretch. It is Shane by a boat length. Thompson hanging right with him. Good deck to deck, side by side racing, and now it's Thompson who puts the hammer down as they head up toward the top end of the race course. These guys will set up at the top end. This is where you're going to find out that inside part of the race course really pays big dividends. Tom Thompson, good corner there. Jimmy on the outside. Coming down to put one in the books. It is Shane. It is Thompson. It is deck to deck. It is good boat racing here. One in the books. 2 to go. Shane by a boat length as they come across and finish lap number 1. Those of you down at the north end of the race course, there's that great shot when they hang it on the hook. Remember, that's that big skid fin, that barn door piece of steel that hangs into the water, and it helps guide them around the corner. Now they come off the exit pin down there. The inside boat is Tom Thompson. Shane was able to pack a little more boat speed through the corner. He came out with a little bit of a lead, and now he's opened it up to about 2.5 boat lengths, but they are still basically side by side as they go up the backstretch here to the top end of the race course, turn number 2, on lap number 2. They are a lap and a half in, a lap and a half to go at the top end. Shane now out by 3 or 4 boat lengths, but watch Thompson put it right on the buoy roll. Nice corner up there for Tom Thompson, saves a bunch of time. Here comes 2 of the fastest race boats in the world. They're dancing on some pretty rough water here, but it is going to be Jimmy Shane's going to bring him across. Got about 2, maybe 3 boat lengths on Thompson. And Shane picked it up and flew the boat a little bit as he came across start finish. Got 1 to go. Down to the lower corner. Shane down there. Oh, no, Thompson got down there first. I thought Shane had opened it up, but Thompson actually got down there first. Now you see Shane on the outside. Thompson going to pull up right alongside. Backstretch they go, about a boat length and a half for Jimmy Shane. This is good boat racing. About 2 boat lengths now for Shane. This is going to be a drag race off the top end of the race course. See who can come down and pick up those coveted 400 points. You know Shane wants them. He wants them because he got nothing yesterday, or excuse me, he got nothing in the earlier heat today when he had a fuel flow violation. And our results are not good. Look at the corner for Tom Thompson again. Tight on the buoy roll. Shane keeps the RPMs up on the outside, and now it's a drag race to come down here, and it looks like Jimmy Shane will pick up 400 points. Still got to go for
Checker. Good heat.
Here's Tom Thompson on the inside lane, put on a great run, and that's got to feel pretty good for those guys too. If you remember or were here yesterday during qualifying, Tom Thompson only got to run 1 lap, and he felt a vibration, he felt a shimmer in the boat in the drivetrain, so he shut it down rather than incur any additional damage. Then they came out in first heat today. He rode up the...
What do Elma
pulling up on the other side. We're 2 seconds, 1 second apart. 5 minutes. 5 minutes to the start of Heat 3A, presented by the fine folks at Freedom Marine. We thank them for their participation in the 2018 Lake Guntersville Hydrocrest Race for the Southern Cup.
All right, remember this wind's going to be in your face down the backstretch. Stay with it.
So we got a couple of boats at the top end of the race course. We'll put them out here. We did this once before. There was a lot of white involved, and there's a lot of white involved now. Tate went to the outside last time and drove around everybody. Let's see.
You have room to come over if you want.
There's going to be weekend so far. There is the old Grand Salami and top qualifier. They went over the preliminaries and won the final. That's a good one for that. It's slowed down. And here comes the guy I think might just be playing with everybody here in the pit area. Gadsden, Alabama, the U-27, Cal Phipps, Charlie Wiggins, Bill Wiggins, the owners of the boat. They're very, very smart.
Tate going up the back chute to your left, just exiting the pit turn.
In the Southern Cup in the preliminary heats. They're doing just fine gathering points, thank you. And once you get into the final, you throw the points out the window. You know it's a winner take all. So 3 minutes, coming up on 3 minutes to the start of our heat. Again, presented by Freedom Marine. 27, Raider Gadsden presents Chase Building Group. Cal Phipps, Darryl Strong presents West Insurance. Brian Perkins in the 9, Delta Rail Track.
Okay, you got one at the start-finish line and the other one straight across from them.
2 minutes and 43 seconds to 43. Last time it was Perkins.
21's cut, 21's cut. House cut coming at you, he's coming at you, he's coming at you. I got him. If he wants in there, he can have it.
That's Calvin. Calvin's going to come across the race course. Now he's inside Tate. Perkins is up the backstretch. Guys are having a little bit of fun here now. Coming up on 2 minutes and 15 seconds to the start. There goes Cal. Cal's going to jump over to the backstretch. Perkins is just going to troll slowly up toward the
Watch, you probably want to pick it up a little bit. These guys I expect to come through the infield.
We're going to do this with 5 boats out there, and instead of running 3 laps.
Mark, 2 minutes. Perkins is down there full course. You can hurry up, get down here and cut.
See right from where I'm standing, and it's worth fighting for and worth winning. Calvin gives it a little squirt as he runs up the backstretch.
Cal's cut, Cal's cut.
It's going to have to cut 2, I think. I don't think Andrew wants to go all the way up the top end. It's 140. Here comes Andrew. He's going to come across too. Look at this, look at this. Oh, he hit him! He hit him!
Oh. Well, there was that. Okay, you got some damage on that right sponson.
Cal's going to move outside, but we definitely had some bumping there, and there's going to be a discussion there about who had right away. Cal was trying to come across and find his way into lane 1, and it got dicey. Oh, there's going to be some discussion going on behind me, and that's a discussion I am going to stay way away from. Coming up on the 1 minute mark. Got the mark. Perkins.
Catch him, or in tight. Sucker could have let you slide in there.
So far, this is a rerun. It's the exact same way we came out here in 2-way. We're looking exactly the same in 3-way. The boats are lined up on the course the same way. I'm wondering, I've got to believe that skin fin took a tear on the
We're going to race.
side of the 27. 33 seconds till the start. Now Tate pulls up with him. He's within a rooster tail and with the top end of the course. Again, bring it down to full boat speed. Lots of water room. Make sure you got a clean lane and be here when the clock strikes there. Don't jump it early. Tate's going to be behind the field. Perkins in 1. Phipps 2. Outside Tate 3. Coming up on 10 seconds to the start. Time to put the hammer down and accelerate PR 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark, get even, and it's Cal Phipps.
Take you a nice turn here.
Staying back about 3 or 4 boat lengths was Andrew Tate. Now they fly down into turn number 1 at the north end of the race course. Who's going to turn first? Going to be.
There you go. There you go. Perkins just hit a buoy.
He's got the lead coming out. You can see Andrew on the outside. There he is.
Yep, Cal infringed on his lane for sure. He hooked.
On the outside, and he drove around Cal just like he did last time. Now we'll see if Cal will run against him. See if he can run him down a little bit here. Again, I still think Cal hasn't shown everything he's gotten, but this is an opportunity to run with Andrew and see what he's got. Top end of the race course here on lap number 1. Tate running a wide course out in lane number 3. Probably going to take it out to
27, 1 minute penalty for jumping the gun.
There's lots of discussion going on behind me. We'll stay out of it and call him out of water. Andrew Tate's going to...
Okay, they both have penalties. They both have penalties, so just stay out of trouble.
One in the books with 2 to go. Andrew Tate having everything his way so far at the 2018 Hydrofest and the Southern Cup. I'm sure some of you are putting the glasses on flips when he comes by. I don't know if there's damage there. There could be some damage here also to the underside.
He hit pretty hard. I'm just going to kind of cruise around. I don't know what we got on that side.
A little bit down there again. They come off the exit pin. Now this is where Andrew has been able to walk away. Dial a little wing into it. Young man, keep that nose down. Don't let it start flying on you. He's got about 6, maybe 7 boat lengths as they head up to the top end of the race course.
Hey, he's still about 3/4 of Rooster Tail, but he does have a penalty. He has a penalty.
That's 4. Nice easy boat ride. I'll leave him lots of room if he wants it.
Seems to be quicker out of Andrew Tate. We are on lap number 2 of 3. Andrew Tate swings it out to about lane number 4. Tate on the outside, Phipps on the inside. Phipps is definitely closer to him this time. Still a long time going on behind me, but we will talk. We'll call him as they are in the water. Andrew Tate 2 up, 2 down, 1 to go. Cal Phipps on the inside. Cal's running closer to him this time than he did in 2A. Freedom Marine, our sponsor, we thank them for their participation in bringing us this heat. It is Heat 2A, and now they're almost dead even as they come to the exit pin. Cal's pulled up alongside Andrew to the exit pin. It is Calvin, and now there's acceleration out of Tate, but he's not moving away very far. I told you, I think that 27's got more beams than we've shown. Up the backstretch is a boat length, maybe a boat length and a half, but it's Tate on the outside. Calvin has got the inside track, the shorter distance around. Let's see how they come out of this corner. The only way you can see up there from our angle is Cal Phipps in the 27. There is a boat length between the two. This is for the checkered flag off the exit pin. Tate on the outside. Calvin, what do you got? You gonna run him down here? Tate, you want 400 points. You better find a little extra beads. He's got it. Andrew Tate is gonna claim Heat 3A. Tate with a victory. Charlie and Milt Wiggins, your boat drove gorgeous. The boat is fast. We're going to have to go back and look at that incident before the start. But oh, Calvin, that was a good final lap. I don't know if you snuck up on him a little bit on Andrew. I can tell you where the radio guys are standing up here. It's tough for them to see all the way down in that lower corner. It's tough for me to see down there, and I don't know if they were able to give Andrew the heads up that, hey, Calvin didn't want to go away. So very good. Here comes Brian Perkins in the 21. Darryl Strong presents West Insurance.
Discover a new non-dairy Lindor.
When we started this weekend and we started this season with H1, and this is the lid lifter, if you will. This is race number 1, as it historically was back in the 1960s. During the 5 races that were here in Guntersville, it was always the opening race of the season. Same thing here, so everybody came in with a clean slate. And I said these guys in the yellow and carnival orange were going to be somebody that H1 competition is going to have to deal with before the year is over. I still stand by it. I don't know if they're ready to pull off this weekend. We're going to talk about how you follow the sport later on in the weekend, later on in the day here. But right now, there is a player. It's a fast boat. There's a great line trust behind the V11. unfortunately, just the Eccles, they had to withdraw earlier. So it's going to be another 2-vote on here. We're going to watch 2 minutes, 8 seconds. I think Jimmy.
Plenty good on time. Tommy could cut behind you. I don't think he's going to.
Watch Tom Thompson come across. Come on, Tom. All right. Maybe not. Both going to go all the way to the top end of the race course. I thought maybe Tom would cut across here and then pull his foot out of it, but he'll be able to catch up here without any trouble. But it looks like unless Jimmy wants to be really, really nice and leave the door wide open, looks like Tom's going to come down here on the inside. Maybe what Jimmy always says out outside center. He says, see you in the at 1 minute and 18 seconds to the start. So these guys are going to put their foot in it here, come out the backstretch because time's running out. We're at about 10 until the start. And they are down at the lower corner all the way down there. And we are 3 seconds to 1 mark. 1 minute. Got a white flag on the race course, 56 seconds until the start. So we got the same 2 votes we had in 2B, but this time we got them in a different order on the water. This time Shane has moved over to lane number 1. Tom Thompson is going to try and run him down on the outside. That is a tall order against Mr. Shane and Mr. Homestreet. We'll see if he's able to pull it off. Again, we want to thank the fine folks at the Citizens Bank and Trust. Citizens Bank and Trust here in Guntersville. The fine people who are sponsoring have stepped up to be a part of this event and sponsoring our E3B. Citizens Bank and Trust, thank you very much. Coming up on 15 seconds at the top end of the race course. Timing's going to look pretty good as long as you want to put your foot in it now and you're going down. We got 2 votes, but we got 2 of the best drivers on the planet. Tom Thompson's going to be on the outside, and Shane's on the inside. We got 3 seconds. 2, 1. It was just rocking it back and forth. Got to settle it down before he tries to turn that thing left, or he'll lose it in a hurry. Shane's down there for it, but Tom is right with him. You can see that skid fin wall of water just outside of him. Come on, Tommy, stick your nose out there. There, it looks like there's 1 boat there. There is 2. Tom Thompson's right with him. U11, right outside. Jimmy Shane, right in the whole straight back. Right down the backstretch here. It's beautiful. 2.5-mile race course on Lake Guntersville. It's the 2018 race for the Southern Cup. This is your last opportunity to earn points in the preliminary heats. Look for Tom. There he is on the outside, Thompson. He's able to keep the RPM up and run a little bit higher in the corner. Jimmy's got to stop off a little bit of speed. This getting tighter on the way now. You can see Thompson flies up in the air. Mark Evans likes to call that dancing with the devil. You don't want to get it too high, Tom. It's a preliminary. You're not going to win anything right here except 400 points and the knowledge of knowing you were able to run side by side with Jay Shane. Jimmy comes off the exit pin. We are on lap number 2, and it's a barn burner here. The guys are doing really well. We may not have a lot of H1 eliminates here, but what we've got is some pretty good rock. These guys are fast. And believe me, over there in the pit area, with Paul Whitman, there's a guy named Tate and Ryan Perkins, and down the left scale watching what is going on out here on the race course, because they're all going to square off here in a very short period of time for the Southern Cup. But right now, it's Citizens Bank and Trust, E3B. We still got 2 rows tied together. Come on, Tom, let him down. Coming out here, what's going on?
Right with you, watch light. White flag up.
I can tell you those 2 guys behind the wheel are grinning from ear to ear. They love this stuff. They can't get enough of it. Nothing like blowing into a corner in a $185 with wind. That's what these guys are doing. Now Shane's opened up a little bit of water this time. He's got maybe 5 boat lengths on Tommy. See if Tommy's got some acceleration. Now Shane starts to open it up a little bit. But Thompson does not want to let him go. He's going to have to run him down at the top end of the race car. Oh, Shane was able to get off the exit and before acceleration. But Tom is running into that ring. He's probably going to go down when I can only imagine. and trust in Guntersville. Thank you. That was a very good heat of competition. Once again, Jimmy Shane, he's had a weekend that's been tough, but it turned on the last heat. They were able to pick up the 400 points. More importantly, they were able to keep them.
You're not ready to see the shirt that I have on right now. Bang! I just bought this for my girl. I'm probably stretching it out, so I'm gonna make this quick. This is a graphic tee of our puppy.
And then we're gonna have, all we do is just throw these guys back and forth. But we gotta figure it out. Well, let's buckle up. Here we go, Guntersville. Time to bring out the big trophy. We say all the time, we're not bringing out the big trophy until late Sunday afternoon. Guess what? It's late Sunday afternoon. Mayor's over there. She's ready to hand it out to somebody. $80 is right there, ready to go. 5:50 until the start. 5 minutes and 50 seconds.
And they are pulling away from the docks. You've got the 21, the 1, and the 11. You've got all 4 boats. They're headed your way, Brad.
All right, thank you, Paul Doogie. Here we go. We've seen some cutting across the race course. We've seen some activity during the milling period. I fully suspect you're going to see a lot more of it now. Because this time, there's more boats. The big trophy's on the line. Time to go racing. And I got definitely 4 rooster tails. But I'm not going to try and pick them out of that late afternoon sun on what is a gorgeous setting here on Lake Guntersville in Guntersville, Alabama. That's Jimmy Shane. I can see the powder blue. So we've lost the local favorite here, but maybe when the boats come by, if it's your favorite one, maybe put your hands in the air and clap for them. Let's see who Guntersville wants to win the inaugural race for the Southern Cup. See that? I thought that was Jay Shane, and it's not Jay Shane. That is Brian Perkins, driving the 21. Perkins, the young man out of North Bend, Washington. Here comes Jimmy.
He may be pulling right up alongside you. You can cat and mouse him right here if you want. He's going fast behind you.
Here comes Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate, our top qualifier at 158 miles an hour. He's had a perfect weekend. Top qualifier, 3 heat wins. Tom Thompson out of Cambridge, Maryland. Driving for Scotch.
How fast is he going, Nick?
He's 1 tail behind you. He's up a little, 1 tail behind you. He might try and shake you and speed up though.
Just give me boat length.
Jimmy Shane. Now Jimmy Shane's coming up with some authority. Is that Tate on the outside of him? Watch for a little game of cat and mouse. That is Andrew Tate right outside Jimmy Shane. Keep an eye on those two. You got Perkins at the top end of the race course. You've got Thompson at the bottom end of the race course. And just see if maybe Andrew doesn't want to come across here and therefore take an inside position on Shane. Nope, they're both going to go all the way up. 325, still around.
Why don't you just keep going slow and come down here and go through the infield like we normally do. It's going to put you pretty close to where you want to be. These guys will have to go around again.
Look at Jay Shane, put that thing right in lane 1. Jimmy Shane. And now he's going to come down here. His radio guy down here is saying right in your right side rear mirror, that is Andrew Tate.
Had a boat come across the race course there. That was Tom Thompson. So it's Shane, Tate, and Thompson all going down to the lower corner. Up the backstretch, all by himself, Brian Perkins. 2 minutes and 45 seconds, 2:45 to the start. It's the 2018 Lake Guntersville Hydrofest. It is the race for the Southern Cup, and it is the final heat. All right, so here comes Perkins. He's going to come across the race course here at 2:30. He'll come across. He'll head down to the lower end of the race course. Still going to have to scruff off a little time.
Andrew's going to try and cut underneath if you go down into the corner. You might want to go deep and cut.
Go all the way up there. How about Jay Shane? He's going to do it too.
Andrew's way back. He's trying to slow and cut.
Now Jimmy's in the corner. 1 more buoy to go.
This game, you're not ready for it.
Let's just keep an eye on him. Would he cut now?
I'm going to let him go.
158. Let's go. Pick it up. Pick it up. We got to block Andrew here. He's going to try and cut.
Have Shane there. He might cut now, but if he does, he'll come in behind Jimmy. That's what he's going to do. Watch Tate. He's coming across the race course right now, and Shane's going to be in front of him. So Tate is going to pull in behind, and now here comes Perkins. He's going to come across the course. 1:35 until our start. They're in good position on the race course, and right now, well, let's see who's who and who's where. Looks like Tom Thompson is sitting in lane number 1. Then it looks like Shane is in 2, Tate is in 3, and on the outside going down the front straightaway is Brian Perkins. 1:15 until the start. 1:15. Remember, we go 5 times around this time. All right, they come off the corner. Tom Thompson still sitting in lane number 1, coming up on the 1 minute mark. 1 minute. 1 minute. Tough to see from here, but I think we've got it right. I think it is Tom Thompson in 1. It is Jimmy Shane in 2. It is Andrew Tate.
Be tight. I think Andrew's looking for a lane. Be tight. Stay real tight.
That boat that's out front now is the 21 with Brian Perkins, and the last boat going up there is Andrew Tate. 35 seconds till the start. It's going to be interesting to see where Tate winds up in his start sequence. He was in lane 3, but I'm not sure if Perkins moved over on him. We'll call him as they come out of the sun. Still 20 seconds until the start. There's Thompson in 1. There is Shane. Is that Shane in 2? It's Shane in 2. It's Tate in 3. It's Perkins in 4. We are 10 seconds until the start. Gotta have the timing marks. 6, 5, 4, 1. Mark. And it's going to be Brian Perkins who's going to bring him across. Perkins is going to bring him across. It was Tom Thompson on the inside, but he trailed the field to the corner. Inside position belongs to Tate.
Fight him. Let's go. Get out of there. You got this. Watch your light.
There he is, Jimmy Shane. And you can see off to the right side of him there, you got Andrew Tate with him. You can't see him, but he is there. There are 2 boats out front.
Give him a little check here. Let's go. 2 boat lengths. Fight him. Fight him.
5 times around this 2.5-mile race course. Jimmy Shane, great boat ride. You haven't seen Andrew Tate.
21, jump the gun. 21, jump the gun.
He is right there with Jimmy. There he is.
Get even. Let's go. Fight him. Watch light.
Here we go. This is
the light. Keep it all in the water.
Time to decide a winner. They'll come down and put the first to 5. Tate, Shane, get even.
Stay on him. Stay with him. You got him.
Leave him 1 lane in there.
They are dead even in the lower corner. Perkins is now trailing Tom Thompson. Now down to the lower end of the race course on the second of 5 times around. And there is Andrew. Andrew's now got a boat length as they come off the exit pin. He is driven around Jimmy Shane. Now Shane's got to try and run him down on the inside, but there's a lot of speed in that Delta Real Track U9. Jeff Campbell's got a rocket ship going right there. This upper corner is going to be really interesting. Now remember, Tate does not have enough lead on him to move to the inside lane and chop off Jimmy. He's got to give him a lane. Make sure there's space. Plenty.
Tighten it up a little bit. 1 lane.
We're going to come down and put lap number 2 in the books. It is Andrew Tate coming from the outside. Got a lot of air underneath that race boat. He is really moving. And Shane is right there on the end.
Down before you turn the wheel. Settle it down before you turn the wheel.
Down. He's got to make sure he sets that sponson on the water before they get to the turn. Tate down there first. Shane with him. But it's about a 3-boat length lead right now for Andrew Tate. Thompson is now in 3rd place. Brian Perkins is running in 4. We are 2.5 laps in. 2.5 laps to go up the backstretch. Andrew Tate. I wouldn't have thought he would have been able to drive around Jimmy Shane, but so far he's been able to do it. Shane will still be able to run on the inside, and Tate's got to give him a lane. He gave him plenty of lane space last time. They'll come off the corner this time and come down and put 3 in the books, and oh, Shane really took a hop. Shane took a big hop there. You saw the boat come out of the water. The skid fin just about came unhooked. Andrew Tate, he's building on it a little bit, But here comes Tate. 3 up, 3 down, 2 to go. These guys are going to go at it all summer long. This is what their summer weekends look like. Lap number 4. Look at Shane, hang right with him. Home street bank on the inside.
You're gaining on him. Let's go, buddy. Run him down.
Now look at, oh, Shane's getting some air into the boat. Got to be careful. He puts too much air in there and have to pull his foot, and then he'll find out Tater is gone. They are running into a pretty stiff breeze up there right now, but Tate has...
Coming hard. Keep after it. Keep after it. The 1 lane. Coming hard.
We're going to come down here and complete lap number 4.
Let's go. Get through here. You're going to get him right now. Let's go.
Closes up a little bit there on the inside. Got to leave him room, Andrew. Certainly does. Certainly does. Andrew said if he hooked up with him, he'd be sure and leave him enough room. He did. White flag flies. 1 to go in the Southern Cup. It is Andrew Tate. He's led it from the completion of lap number 1. All right, this is going to be a heck of a corner and a run down the backstretch. I know we got boats on the course in other places, but watch this. If Shane is going to pull this off, he's got to do it now. And he pulled up to within 2 boat lengths. This is as good as it gets in H1 Unlimited Racing. You got Tate on the outside, Shane on the inside. Now it's pure acceleration off the corner. Tate seems to have it. Tate opens up about 3 or 4 boat lengths on him. This upper corner is going to determine the final winner of the Southern Cup here on Lake Guntersville. It is Andrew Tate out by about 4 or 5 boat lengths. Shane's got to have a good corner up here. Inside lane's got to pay some dividends, right? Look at Shane pull up with him. They're going to come off about a boat length or 2 between the two. Here is the race for the 2018 Southern Cup.
Come on, fight it. You got him. Fight, baby. Fight.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
It is going to be Andrew Tate.
Okay, good job, good job.
Checkered flag, checkered flag, checkered flag. Great. Dude. It's in a boat lane. Good job.
Jimmy Shane. Wow. I have been watching Unlimited Racing for over 60 years. That is right there with the very best of them. Oh my goodness. That was something special. Jeff Campbell, congratulations. What a run. Tom Thompson comes by. He will take 3rd place.
Jimmy, we didn't win that, and I think that's the best I've ever seen you drive, so good job.
Thanks, buddy. I think we're a little down on power too, but great job. Turn 1, anything? No calls. How about it, Tim? Turn 2? Great. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Craig. Thank you, everybody. Wow, what a race.